One of this year's most controversial releases is coming up. Google is shutting down one of its services, and a couple developers have dropped some surprises for their fans this week. Let's get into it. It's This Week in Gaming. A surprise update was released for the famous crafting and adventuring game Terraria. This definitely came as a surprise because back in 2020, fans of the game were told that it was going to be the last update. This update, Labor of Love, brings us to upside down worlds, a melee overhaul, the ability to transform into a wolf, and new items and things to explore in the game. The developers were quoted saying, "This update is a love letter to all our fans." Most of the things in this update were things that fans have been asking for a while now, along with plenty of surprises that the game developers don't want to share because they want players to find them on their own. As of right now, this game's update is being held in high praises from different companies such as IGN and GameSpot, saying that it adds to the game in ways that players make them want to continue to play or to come back and play one of their favorite games. Listen, we all knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. The man, the myth, the legend, Todd Howard has found a way to re-release Skyrim again. That's right, Skyrim Anniversary Edition has made its way surprisingly to the Nintendo Switch this past week in a surprise drop. There is a bit of controversy when it comes to this game's release on the Nintendo Switch. I did a full video, check that out once you're done here. But here's the short version. Yes, the Anniversary Edition is out for the Nintendo Switch. However, if you're looking at buying the base game and the Anniversary upgrade for the Switch, it is a $70 price tag, which I personally have an issue with because the same exact thing is available on PC at $50, and that's not even with a sale price. However, if you own the game already, it's only a $20 upgrade, and this brings about 100 mods from the Creation Club, along with the Dawn Guard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn DLCs. To what is likely not a surprise to many, Google is shutting down their game streaming service Stadia. According to the company, Stadia was quoted saying, "The service hasn't gained the traction with users that we expected." Naturally, everybody has one big question to ask. Where's my money that I spent on the service? Thankfully, Google gave us an answer, and it's kind of a good one. We're grateful to the dedicated Stadia players that have been with us from the start. We will be refunding all Stadia hardware purchases made through the Google Store and all game and add-on content purchases made through the Stadia Store. Google is still currently working on how to transfer save files from their cloud-based game to actual save files for gamers to continue to play their favorite games. However, this is not without some losses. YouTuber and TikTok creator Color is losing about 6,000 hours, and if you do the math, that's about 250 days worth of game progress on Red Dead Redemption 2, primarily because this is a multiplayer save file which will not be able to be transferred. Likely by the time most people watch this, the Overwatch 2 release date will have already been here on October 4th. However, we did learn some things about the game that is going to possibly affect people who are jumping in for the first time. They've made some interesting decisions about the launch of this game when it comes to first-time players and their experience with the game. Initially, what this means is that new players will not have the full access to the entire original hero lineup of Overwatch. Instead, they will have to grind their way through about 100 matches to fully unlock the entire original roster. Blizzard has broken the onboarding process down into a couple different stages to more easily onboard people into the game. Initially, new players will have limited access to game modes and heroes until they start to make their way through the game. The first phase that they're calling it is going to rapidly unlock the amount of game modes that are available to you, with the exception that if you are playing with a group of people that have game modes unlocked, you are able to play with them except for competitive matches. The second phase is being able to grind through and unlock the entire roster of Overwatch 1's heroes. Blizzard believes that this will help onboard people into Overwatch so they can take more time to learn about rules, modes, players, and all the other good stuff. What do they say? 5th time's the charm. Ubisoft's forever upcoming pirate game Skull and Bones has been delayed for a 5th time. The new release date that we're now expecting to see is March 9th of next year. Game developers are claiming that the game is fully finished at this point. However, they want to spend more time polishing the game for a better experience. If you remember, this game was originally teased at E3 in 2017 for a 2018 launch. We missed the mark by just a little bit. We've also learned that this is going to be Ubisoft's first game that is launching at a $70 price point. It's definitely not an extensive list of everything that happened this past week. However, it is some of the major headlines in gaming. However, if you do want to continue to look at the details of the Skyrim Anniversary Edition on Nintendo Switch, go ahead and check this out over here.